back once again. You are now tuned into the underground. My name is Mbaya and I go by the Doctor. In this video, I will be demonstrating a lineup using the CYBORG trimmer. As you can see from the left to the right, that will be what we will end up with. And I will be starting off in the nape area, working my way up to around the ear. So usually I start from the top of the ear and the front part of the ear and work my way down the neck, going down to the nape. But you can pretty much improvise and do this how you want. And when it comes to the line, as I usually say, I always make sure I dominate when it comes to this. This is my favorite part of the haircut. This is the one part that I shine on, just because that fade, the taper does not have to be the best, but the lineup better be on point. And I've been working at this for a very long time, making sure that when I use the trimmer, everything is executed on point. It's all about the corners. As you can see, I'm making sure that I'm starting from one point and ending to the next. You got to just connect the dots. I haven't really gone around the ear just yet. I'm taking my time, just because also this is one of my new clients that has recently just started to see me. So there's a little bit of getting used to the texture, training the hair as well, making sure that everything is executed properly. So he seems to be happy with the haircut so far that I have been doing on him, and it's been 3 visits so far. This is his 3rd visit, so I felt a little bit confident enough to put this on film and show y'all what I did with this. It's really just a tapered fade and a clean line. He keeps it very natural in the front. He doesn't want any line up across the front. He just wants to get around the ear, the C cups, as well as that vertical bar. As far as how people have their preference with lineups, this can be an issue with some people, but you have to do what your client wants. Also, if you missed the last video of me doing some adjustments on this hitter that I am using right now, check it out. It might be helpful to some of you who may be having the same issue as I was with how loud my trimmer blades were. And I had to change the cam follower and got that thing to quiet down. I'm going to do a few minor details with this just to kind of touch up what the CYBORG missed. Not that it did, but I'm very particular with the lineup, like I say, to begin with, because the hitter, being my favorite trimmer from Gamma as well as Stylecraft, is ergonomically friendly for the hand and it's easy to move around certain areas, in my opinion. So I'm going to get into detail in a whole nother video about why I use the hitter a lot. And I have a few in my collection actually that I use and have equipped them all with different trimmer blade sets. So we'll get into that in a whole nother video. So stay tuned. I will make sure to put that out there for you all who are interested, because it can help you a lot tremendously, because you can save a few dollars and, you know, adjust your trimmers accordingly. But at the end of the day, honestly, you might as well pay that top dollar for that one trimmer. It's just, this is a preference for me and how I go about my lineup. The hitter is that one. Anyway, moving on the left side of the head and going around that ear. Of course, I started off from the nape and worked my way up the neck all the way around the ear. Then I'm going to move on to the front and get that C cup. Then, of course, touch that vertical bar. These are very simple steps. This is a quick, simple process, especially when everything is faded and blended on point and everything is easy. As you can see, I'm just putting a little slight, little indent, a little guide that is going to help me go through the process of the C cup. It's all about the corners, y'all. Now, if someone told you different, go for it. If it's working out and you don't use the corners, hey, do your thing. It's a lot of different ways to slice this whole situation, but I do know that if you're not using the guide blade as well as those cutter blades appropriately, you're going to be having issues and difficulties with how you're executing your line. So if you've watched any of my videos and you look at the process of how I go about the lineup, people allow me to do what is necessary in order to achieve whatever perfect lineup execution to match their head. They want the box in the front. They want the vertical bars on point. Some people want them slanted, angled forward, backwards, straight down. Some people want to dig into their C cup as well as around the ear. When you see this on my videos, that is none of your business. For example, this individual in the chair allows me to do whatever necessary steps or take whatever necessary steps in order to achieve perfect. If you have a problem with that, you need to rethink everything and stop worrying about another man or woman's choice on how they prefer to have their work or lineup or haircut done. And this individual, I believe, has psoriasis as well, so there's a little bit of some dryness going on with the scalp. I'm sure you all see this on film. It's very visible, but I'm going to talk to him about this. This is a young man, and on top of that, with that being said, him being young, a lot of the younger guys are not really on top of things, so it's going to require a little bit of training and talking to the parents as well and letting them know what is necessary to be done. But it's also something that you just can't do anything about. Some people just have dry scalp. You know, it's something that just happens, especially in the more cold seasons or, you know, cold climates. We're in the north, we're in Michigan, y'all. So it is what it is. Some things just happen differently for people in the winter compared to the spring or summertime. Let's just say that, you know, in the warm season. So anyway, he seems to be very happy with the work that I've been doing for him. He used to go to, I believe, is it Sports Clips, something like that? All the power to y'all over there. I know y'all killing it, but I get a lot of people that come over to me from there that, yeah, they got their opinions on how they truly feel. And, you know, some people don't want to pay a particular top dollar for work that looks great, looks visually pleasing, and not only does it look visually pleasing, it boosts your confidence and some. I don't think these other places, and I'm not going to name any more names, are doing that. But like I say, it's all respect. I appreciate anybody that is in the industry and pushing to move forward as far as elevating their quality, and all the success to y'all, you know, all the power, you know, prosper. Anyway, look, this lineup is pretty much complete. I'm going to do some details with the level 3 holder, the razor holder, and we should be in the game. If you have any questions on how to go about lineups naturally and making sure that everything is executed symmetrically, please feel free to comment, you know, ask me questions. I know this is more like just showcasing a quick lineup. I didn't really get too detailed, but I did share how I go about it. I hope you picked up from it by just watching. And lately I'm going to be running a lot of videos that are just ASMR style without me really talking through it, because if you want me to do it that way, I can do it. I can do voiceovers, or I can interact with the camera in real time. So this is really real time work too, by the way. This is not scheduled stuff. This is not something that I planned. This is just that day he came through and I asked him if it was okay. I actually have his dad standing off to the side. I asked him if it was okay to record. I always make sure I get consent from people before I record them. I actually have them sign paperwork because it's that deep. I've had some crazy stuff happen. You have to start putting things on paper, but I'm going to leave that and save that for that upcoming video that I'm calling Haircuts Are Subscriptions. I'm going to cover all of that for any of you all that are interested. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to make sure that I give off as much information as possible. And I'm going to do a whole nother follow-up video later on, probably in a few months as the year moves along. I'm going to make sure that I come back with a follow-up, just kind of talking to especially my beginner barbers, because this is who I direct these videos to. For you experts, this information is not for you because you know it all. So please just move on, because this is one of those industries where we should be very transparent and still want to learn. You have to be a student. Always remain a student. You have not hit the ceiling, the roof. You're not through the roof. You're not in the sky. You are not even in space, because space is a whole gigantic, it's a lot. You will never reach knowing it all. The best of the best will tell you this. The greatest of the greatest will tell you this. And I am not one of those so-called know-it-alls. I'm just a GOAT with what I'm good at. Not even as a barber, but just passing on information. I don't need to hold any of this. So if you can pick up from that, hey, pick up from, learn, take something, run with it. That's why I put these videos out. I just want the next person to not struggle the way I did to get to the level that I am at. And like I said, I'm still a student, y'all. I'm learning still. I'm still learning how to teach, how to pass on information. I'm working on my execution. This YouTube thing, not easy. Very humbling. It's not about how I get views. It's not about how I sound. It's not about how my presentation looks. To me, it's about who can I reach, because I just want somebody to share my video to somebody that needs it. I need whoever is watching to actually take that information and do better with it. I don't care about views. I don't care about subscription counts. I don't care about followers, none of that. Now, please do not misunderstand. What I'm saying is the flaunting part of it, flexing and all that. Look at how many followers I got. I appreciate those people that do follow and subscribe, because you support my channel, my different social media platforms. Why? Because it's what's going to keep me relevant. It will motivate me to keep on putting out content. The more y'all watch, the more I will put out different work. If you keep on coming on here and don't comment, you just kind of watch, you just ghost watch, just in the background, it doesn't give me any encouragement. I need y'all to interact. I need you all to ask me questions, correct me if I'm wrong, which I do appreciate. But then there's times where if you watch a video, like I said earlier, and something doesn't look visually pleasing to you, do not attack me because of what somebody else's preference is, or something like an abnormal head shape that's not in my control, or decline, because some people literally don't give constructive criticism. All they do is attack. You did this wrong. You did that wrong. Do this, do that, do this. Those are not even suggestions. Are they just statements? What are you even talking about? Seeing a video that is 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 10 seconds long, and judging based on that short time is madness to me. Anyway, I hope y'all found this helpful. Definitely leave a comment, share this video to anybody that that may find it informative, and I will catch y'all on the next one.